We gotta talk about Christy Sides, the Indiana Fever coach, and her lack thereof coaching. As of today, the Indiana Fever are 2-9, 2-9, 2-8. One has to wonder, when is Christy Sides going to get it through her head that you have a bench full of players that you can play, but you're choosing not to play? Granted, the late minutes of the blowout loss today to the New York Liberty did Christy Sides eventually put in Victoria Saxton and Celeste Taylor. But it's like, come on. How many more games are y'all gonna lose off of bad coaching by Christy Sides? Bad rotations, bad plays. Granted, I'll even give them that they've played the craziest WNBA schedule this season by playing, 11 games in like 20 days or something like that it is. Nonetheless, a lot of these games that the Indiana Fever have lost are because of late game situations. Late game situations, fumbling the ball, missing shots, fouls. There are probably about three games maybe that they could have won if they didn't have late game breakdowns. But we gotta talk about some of the choices that Christy Sides has been making. Starting with today, the New York Liberty were blowing the Indiana Fever out by 30, and she still had her starters in the game. And eventually, Caitlin Clark went out the game holding her ear while on the bench and had to be taken back to the locker room to be checked out. Then she had Aliyah Boston still in the game. Her and one of the Liberty players collided. She went down holding her ankle. You guys are being blown out by 30 points. Why the hell are your starters still in the game? She still had Alyssa Smith in the game. Like, common sense with Christy Sides. I understand you guys were showing video and sending things to the Kathy and the league about the Kennedy Carter situation, but it seemed like you spent so much time on that and not enough time prepping for this game today. Granted, they're playing a back-to-back. But Christy Sides is just not understanding that she has a bench. Celeste Taylor should be in rotation. She's a great defensive player. Grace Berger's now, within the last few games, been getting more minutes. She should have been in rotation from the beginning. Now you have Katie Lou Samuelson coming off the bench. In my opinion, she's played better off the bench. You have Lexi Hall. Lexi Hall can play solid defense, and she can score. She shoots the three very well, just like Grace Berger. So that's why I say Christy Sides has to figure some things out. You play Erica Wheeler solid minutes, Why not play the young players? I'm not understanding. Y'all were being blown out by 30 by the Liberty. And it took for the last minute in some of the game for you to eventually put Victoria Saxton and Celeste Taylor in the game. Doesn't make sense. Within a few seconds of being in the game, Victoria Saxton scored. So that lets me know she could be a part of the bench production. if Christie sides would just figure it out. The rotations aren't working.